In this hyper-connected world we live in, have you ever stopped to think about what really makes our huge industrial operations tick? How do we make them smarter, safer, and way more efficient? Well, the secret, it's in these tiny but incredibly powerful sensors and the smart software that drives them. Think of it like the nervous system for our factories and infrastructure. And today, we're diving into a company that's right at the heart of this revolution, UltraSense Technologies. They're all about bridging that crucial gap between the physical world and the digital one. Yeah, that right there, that quote, really gets to the heart of what they're all about. See, for them, it's not just about making sensors or, writing lines of code. It's about something bigger. It's about using that tech with a real, clear purpose to actually drive innovation out there in the real world. So let's break down what that actually looks like. Okay, so you might be wondering, how does a company even get the know-how to take on these massive, complex challenges? Well, for UltraSense, the story actually starts way before the company was even officially born. You can really see a very deliberate journey here. I mean, they were founded in 2019, but you can't really call them a startup in the usual sense of the word. They were built on this incredible legacy from their parent companies, who were already seasoned experts in control and automation. So when they decided to pivot after the pandemic, they weren't starting from zero. No way. They were channeling all those years of deep expertise into the super focused company we see today. So, having that strong foundation is absolutely crucial, right? But what's the North Star? What really guides a company day in and day out? It's their vision. So let's take a look at the core purpose that's driving everything at UltraSense. All right, so their vision, it's big. We're talking about helping create a world that's smarter, safer, and more efficient. That's a huge goal. But, a vision is just a dream without a solid plan to get there, and that's where their mission kicks in. Their job, as they see it, is to empower industries by giving them robust, reliable, and, this part is key, customized sensing and monitoring solutions. It's that 1-2 punch of a big, inspiring vision and a super focused, practical mission that really defines their whole approach. So how do they actually do that? How do they deliver on that mission to empower entire industries? Well, it all comes down to their tech stack, this integrated system that covers both the physical hardware and the intelligent software. First up, you've got the hardware. And this isn't your average desktop stuff. We're talking about the really rugged, tough-as-nails physical gear that has to work in some seriously demanding environments. Things like data acquisition systems that are constantly gathering critical info, industrial PCs that can take a beating on a factory floor, and super specialized sensors for places like pharmaceutical cleanrooms where everything has to be perfect. This is the bedrock, the foundation that's out there capturing all that raw data. But listen, hardware on its own is only half the picture. The real magic happens with their custom software. This is what takes all that raw data and turns it into something you can actually use, what we call actionable intelligence. We're talking about platforms that let you monitor things in real time, centralized systems that log everything, and, crucially, send out alerts the second something goes wrong. And they built these really user-friendly interfaces, so managing super complex processes becomes much, much easier, all while making sure you're ticking all the regulatory boxes. And you know what? They're not just sitting back and admiring their work. They are constantly looking ahead, actively developing that next wave of solutions. Take energy monitoring systems, for example. In today's world, that's absolutely critical for helping companies cut costs and reduce their environmental footprint. And their work on broader industrial IoT integration, that's a huge sign that they're committed to building the fully connected, truly intelligent factories of the future. Okay, so we've seen the tech. It's powerful stuff. But where does it actually make a difference? Let's take a look at some of the key industries that UltraSense is empowering right now. I mean, just look at the range here. It's incredibly diverse, and each of these sectors has completely unique demands. For pharmaceuticals, it's all about maintaining razor-sharp compliance in sterile labs. For automotive, it's about hitting absolute precision on a fast-moving production line. And when you get to defense and aerospace, well, it's about rugged, fail-safe reliability, period. The key thing is UltraSense doesn't have a one-size-fits-all approach. They tailor their solutions to meet every single one of these specific challenges. All right, this brings us to a really important question. I mean, there are a lot of options out there, right? So what is it that makes UltraSense really stand out from the crowd? So yeah, let's just ask it straight up. If you're a leading company, why would you choose to partner with UltraSense Technologies? Well, the answer really boils down to their core commitments to their customers.
It's one thing to say you have expertise, it's another to actually apply that proven knowledge to solve real, specific problems. They're not in the business of selling you a generic off-the-shelf product. They design tailored solutions. They give you that complete end-to-end capabilities so you have one partner for both your hardware and your software needs. And underpinning all of that is an unwavering focus on quality and reliability and a genuine customer-centric approach. They're in it for the long haul, to build partnerships, not just make a sale.
And this right here really brings it all home. It's not just a tagline or a sales pitch. It's a genuine invitation. It's a call to action for collaboration. They're basically saying, let's work together to build that smarter, safer, and more efficient future that we're all aiming for. So what's the big takeaway here? Ultrasense Technologies isn't just a company that sells parts. They are architects. They're designing the future of industrial intelligence, right from their headquarters in Chennai. And their tagline says it all, doesn't it? They are, quite literally, sensing tomorrow today.